Hey everyone, and welcome to League Center episode 2. This is an even better episode than last week because this week we actually have stuff to talk about because so much came out. And of course, talking about all of that is going to be my fantastic co-host that I will introduce to you all right now, starting off with Saint Vicious in the Curse House. How's it going, Saint?
Hello.
You
Howdy.
you started a completely unscripted and original Twitter fight this week with Hotshot GG that has ended in an ARAM challenge that you guys will be settling at AM San Jose. How's that going? You assembling the team?
Yeah, dude. Assembling the forces. I don't know. I'm literally just like digging people up from the grave to fight Hotshot.
Okay.
That's what it's coming.
Do you want to reveal one of, I mean, you and I are supposed to be coordinating this a little bit, but do you want to reveal one of them that you feel is 100% going to be there?
I got Chaucer, man. You know, he's
Okay.
like old CLG.
There we go.
Wait,
There
what?
you
How
go.
come you got Chaucer?
Why wouldn't I get Chaucer? Dude, Doublelift's like, my father, no, he betrayed me.
Coming back
Come
from
to
the
the dark
grave
side,
to
man.
defeat Hotshot, dude.
Well, looking for that. Doublelift, you chimed in there, so let's introduce Doublelift, who is the man who got the pentakill with Kalista, the very first game he's ever played with her. Doublelift, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Things are great.
We'll get into Kalista in a little bit, but do you want to give a preview for right now? Like with one word, how would you describe her?
She's pretty broken.
Okay, that was
That's all I
multiple.
have to say.
Just say broke.
Really? I think she's not that good.
She's OP, man.
We're gonna get into it.
100% she's OP.
We're gonna get into it. Crumbz, finally. Crumbz is back in the Dignitas house. Hopefully, he's figuring out, who the core of his team is going to be coming up. Something about a pun about Gamsu. How's it going, Crumbz?
I'm very well, Travis. Thank you for asking. And if I were you, I would not make more jokes like that.
Okay, I will. Let's not make jokes about anything like that. Apologies all around.
Some good advice, Crumbz.
So
Good advice.
going down the show, once again, we're going to be splitting the show into two parts. One is scene news. We're going to be talking about coaches and LCS next year, the permaban player policy, Alliance Rekkles LCS expansion, and then we're going to get over to the games news, which is, of course, patch 420, YOLO swag, etc. Kalista, Rek'Sai, we're just going to talk a little bit about it, and then that'll be it. So unfortunately, we couldn't have news for all the we didn't have room for all the wonderful news that came out this week. So we're going to see what we can get through. Let's start off with the coaches and LCS next year. So right before the show went live, but after we had recorded it, Riot announced that coaches will be officially, well, they'd already recognized or admitted that they were going to be recognized next year, but coaches will actually be a part of the team at the LCS every week, especially in the pick and ban phase of the game. Crumbz, what was your take on this?
I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest. I mean, before when you go into a game, the players are supposed to know what they're doing, right? They know themselves better than anyone else. Unless they don't, then I suppose the coaches being there are a big deal. But personally, I don't think that, at least for myself and my team, having a coach there saying, oh, don't forget to do this, like, oh, you did this, like, this is going to be amazing. You have your, we write ourselves. Like, I have a little notebook where I write the things that I want to do for the picks and bans days that we take to the stage and we're allowed to have up there. So just having somebody remind me of that, of every other scenario that could be thrown at you while in the picks and bans, I mean, I don't think that's a big deal. Maybe for like a boost of confidence, it would be nice, but for actual strategy, I don't think it would make a big deal.
Now, Crumbs, recently you lost your previous coach to Doublelift over there. Doublelift, you're going to have Scar sitting in the comms. There's been many times where I've been hanging out with Hotshot or Kelby, watching your games at LCS, and during the pick and ban phase, people are like, Hotshot or Kelby's like, please pick this, please pick this, please pick this, and then maybe you guys don't. How do you think this is going to affect CLG next split with Scar and the comms?
Just like Crumbz, completely agree. It's pretty useless overall because for the most part, coaches are not any smarter in picks and bans than the player. In fact, I think they're actually going to be less useful than a player because we have so much experience, especially just like giving advice or just whoever is designated as the drafter, for example, like maybe on Dignitas it seems to be Crumbz. For C9 it's obviously Lemon. So like they have so much experience. They have, you know, years and years of LCS experience being the drafter. The coach is just there. It's just like another voice, just like anybody else on the team. You know, it's just another, okay, I agree or disagree with that. But in the end, it's up to the drafter to make the ultimate decisions on picks and bans. And yeah, I just think it's pretty useless. I'm not gonna lie. There's as long as you have this like super powered brain who's like in there, like, yeah, just pick this. Like, no, you probably discussed this for hours and hours and hours the night before, and you have it all written down. So for the teams that already utilize coaches, it's useless. For the teams that don't utilize coaches, they're going to continue not to utilize their coach anyways.
You make it sound like people never make mistakes during picks and bans, though.
No, people make mistakes in picks and bans all the time, but that doesn't mean that the coach is not going to make mistakes in picks and bans just like anyone else.
You also have to remember that if a mistake is made in picks and bans, chances are that mistake was discussed the night before as well, right? It's not like out of nowhere. Yeah. Let's completely deviate and do this instead, right?
I don't know. Sometimes people like throw like the random wildcard bans at you, or like a random pick that you won't expect, and you like won't know how to deal with it. Like having another voice in the room could help out.
Yeah, of course. In that very slim situation, I think it definitely would be useful. Have some like another thought that could be like, hey, no. Like, don't worry about it. Like, it's fine. They pick this. It's fine. They ban this. Don't worry about it. Like, just stick to the plan or do this, do that. So yeah, in that regard, it's definitely useful.
I think the biggest misconception everyone has is maybe that pro teams do picks and bans on the fly, which is completely wrong. With everything is like premeditated, and whatever comp you're going to run or what like the three main champions or like the core of your team comp is going to be has been discussed for hours and hours and hours the day before, and it's been put on like a spreadsheet or a notebook. So by the time you're already in there, it's just those 60 seconds of going through the motions of like picking the right champions in the right order. Unless like Saint said, yeah, like maybe if it's an extended series, which is like happens 2 times a year, or if they throw a wild card ban and really screw up like the chain that you've built up in picks and bans, then it comes down to like how smart your drafter is. But yeah, for the most part, like especially on our team, we don't do stuff like that on the fly very much.
But Doublelift, we have seen so many times where there's a dramatic zoom in on a player who's picking the last champion, and that player takes forever to pick it. Are you telling me that everybody just gets in there like pick this? Like,
yeah, actually, the person who picks last picks that champion at the very last second, so you have more time to discuss. Like if you're purple side, for example, and you have last pick, you want to hold your pick until the very last possible second, so you know what you're going to pick already, and you have as much time to discuss how your team comp interacts with theirs before you lock it in, and then you show them. But you've already had that like 40-second advantage talking, just more pre-planning, I guess, before the game.
And even having
there's no point to not utilize that 40 seconds of time that you have.
And even having the coach there for the extra planning time, you don't think will be helpful?
I'm not saying it won't be helpful. I just don't think it's gonna give any team like a big advantage over each other because everyone has it, and it's not really gonna change that much. No, because you already have 5 voices telling you, okay, like this is how my lane matchup goes. This is when my power spikes are. This is when I want to group. The coaches is there to, I guess, give your whole team direction instead of everyone just talking about their individual stuff. But I don't know. It's just not a big deal. That's
Here's the thing I remember about PAX was I think after one of the games that we played against CLG that literally I think it was the first one that we lost, like one of the ones that we lost or one I don't remember. But as soon as we got backstage, met with the coaches, like literally going to the bathroom. Like they're like, you need to ban this and pick that. It's like, yeah, we already know. And then we just left to the bathroom. Like we literally thought about it on the way there, and they just told us what we already knew. So I feel like that would be kind of the scenario that would happen.
Saint, you've been pretty quiet for all this.
I mean, it's pretty much what Crumbz is saying. Like, there's not really like, there's like not that big of a wild card. Like you're gonna be able to come up with the answer on your own. I don't know. I don't think it's like rocket science.
What about here's the final challenge I'll give you guys. What about because there's so much talk about who has the really good coach, and I think we were starting to see people invest a lot more into coaches and some of these teams that don't have the ability to get somebody. Do you think that teams that have like this will help increase the advantage for teams that are really good because they might or the teams that have the like better resources or whatever, because like a CLG that has like a Scar as somebody who's like respected and has been around for a while against somebody who's maybe on one of these teams that just entered the LCS and they've got like random so-and-so's friend helping them as a coach. Like, you don't think that that'll change anything? Crumbz, you're shaking your head no already.
Well, I'd like to let St. Vicious speak. I know he has something to say about it. He hasn't said anything.
I don't think it's gonna make any
exactly.
difference.
Yeah,
It's like
we already went by
I
this.
think all three of us are just like done with this time. We're like, it's not
Okay,
gonna make any
we'll
difference.
move on. We'll move on. There's just so much community feedback around the coach thing, and I think people are really excited about it. So I think people will be surprised to hear.
If anything, it's an extra personality that you get. It was like, oh, it's Loco Noco. It's
Yeah,
Scar.
no, I
Like,
think what it's gonna be is people are going to pinpoint a team's success or failures more on the coach because they have more visibility, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the coach is doing any more or less work than they were before. Like, it's not like this is like, oh man, like now the coach is like super interactive, like way more than before. No, they have probably the same impact on the team as they have before, but they just didn't have the exposure like on stage, or the casters are probably talking like, oh fuck, like Scar made them pick this, but he already did that, or the coach already did that the night before, like in regular LCS, and now in new LCS it'll just be like more visibility for the coach, I guess, and then people will be like, fuck, they lost because Loco Doco fucked up or whatever it is.
One more
somebody to blame, dude. It's just a new person.
So it's just one more person to blame. That's basically it.
Yes, that's what we need.
I think coaches are already starting to get a little bit of that, so we'll have to see if it develops more next split. The permanent ban player policy came out around the same time as well. A lot of people have talked about Incarnation, especially over in Europe, because he's obviously a very skilled player, but has a very dramatic past history. I actually don't think we've heard too many pro players chime in on this stuff in the past, so I'm quite interested to hear what you guys think about this. But basically, for those that missed it, players that have been permabanned in the past will very frequently, at least in comparison to last year, it's very transparent when they have a chance to get reviewed to come back up and possibly play. Incarnation, is obviously the person everybody's talking about with this kind of thing. And he went up for review and was found to have several offenses in the past year or so. So he will not be doing that, or he will not be coming in until possibly summer. Anyway, what do you guys think about this change? I don't know if you guys care much about the Incarnation situation, but if any of you guys do, what are your thoughts? Saying you commented that you were hoping that this will allow you to get unbanned from the forums after all these years.
Wait, you got banned from the forums? What for?
So almost all of CLG did.
How do you even?
Dude,
why
I'm
do you
not
even
banned
use
from the
the
forums.
Yeah,
Choster was banned, and I got permabanned. But both Choster and I are permabanned, and Hotshot was banned for like a long time. Reggie's permabanned. It's all we just like
Incarnation's banned from the forums.
I bet you he's not even banned from the forums.
I know, dude.
When do I get up for review, man?
Where's the justice?
Yeah, I need to talk
I'll be
on
the
there.
jury, man. You're innocent. I know you're innocent.
Okay. What?
It's pretty. I mean, none of you guys have anything near as bad as Incarnation in your past, but I mean, what do you guys think? Should players be allowed to, after all this stuff? Like, do you guys want Incarnation to play? Do you think he should be playing this split?
I mean, personally, I've never met the person. I have barely heard much about him because he's a European player, and like as to how he is as a person, as to how he's improved. And I don't really know exactly. Like, I know to a certain extent what he did to warrant himself a ban, but I can't make a strong statement about his decision because I just don't know. But yeah, I think players that commit offenses, unless it's like really over the line in terms of practically legality, as if this is an illegal thing that you did, I think you should be allowed to be reviewed and be played again, be put in the game.
Well, Incarnation.
Apparently, this guy's super fucking good. Like, people who I've talked to from Europe who played against him in solo queue or like just know him personally, everyone always says the same thing. It's like, is he overhyped? Like, is he really that good? And everyone's like, yeah, he's that good. Like, Incarnation is actually he's like on Froggen level.
The second coming of Jesus, but in jail.
Yeah, but he's like in jail. And I think it's right because, like, you have hundreds of thousands. If he was to make LCS, he'd probably have, hundreds of thousands of fans or whatever it is, people watching him. And if you don't behave yourself, then you show everyone that it's okay to be an asshole in solo queue or whatever I don't even know what he did wrong, but
he
DDoS people.
Oh yeah, so stuff like that, right? Like you instantly become someone's role model when you join LCS. So it's not good if you did some naughty things.
Yeah, Crumbz, you mentioned legality issues. He did DDoS. Thoughts on that?
Okay, is that legitimately legal? Like the country does not allow that?
I think that's illegal.
Yeah,
That's
most
illegal, man.
countries that DDoS is
Probably.
illegal.
It's
Yeah.
like European law or something. I don't know.
Whoops.
I think everywhere it should be illegal, right? Anywhere that it's like is kind of up to date, first world country.
It's
You think,
definitely
you think if you're like in Nigeria, DDoS
Yeah, hey,
somebody, they're gonna be
man.
like,
I said
"Alright,
first world.
first one, okay."
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Whatever.
Saint. Any final thoughts on the ban policy or allowing people to come back up for review and possibly Incarnation coming back?
I don't even really know the guy, and I've never interacted with him. But at least they're like, before when Riot made a decision, like this is law, like this is forever, you know. Riot would like never overturn their decision. But this is like the closest thing you're gonna get to that. It's like, all right, only 2 years of ban or 1 year of ban. It's like, okay, that's not that bad.
How would you like to see Riot change their policy around forum bans for you, Saint?
I don't care, dude. I don't want to go to the general discussion. Are you kidding me?
Who wants to go to general discussion? Like, there's probably like 0.1% of people who play League go to general
3
discussion.
years ago it was a thing.
Yeah.
You're like,
Now
wow,
goes on
Free
Reddit,
commented
it's
on my
mad.
post. Wow. I don't know.
And there was that one guy who had 1 million bumps. It's like it's Wardy's stream with like it was like 5,000 pages, and he just kept bumping his own stream.
Oh yeah.
That pissed me off.
I hate that.
Doublelift Rekkles, your European rival, has now officially joined Alliance, a famous team that recently lost to. Well, we won't go into it. But Doublelift, what are your thoughts on Rekkles joining Alliance?
It's pretty good actually. And we had the pleasure of scrimming Alliance, and I won't talk about like what happened in the scrim, but it was really nice because Rekkles, yeah, I guess we kind of started out as rivals because we should talk to each other, but we ended up being really close friends, talking about our personal life and
Sounds
how
like
we think about the game, stuff like
you're
that.
these sloppy seconds from death, dude.
Damn. All right. Well, now you put it that way. Hey, I was here before death, dude. Peace. But yeah, I've been friends with him for a while, and when he finally came to NA, it was like super cool to talk to him. Ask him what's because I don't really have time to catch up with people most of the time. I'm pretty busy. But then he got here, and I got to talk to him. He's really happy on Alliance. He tells me it's like a way better atmosphere for him. Everyone on Alliance is like super dedicated because they have Wicked and Froggen who are like super old school players and willing to grind it out just like him. I think he just didn't really feel like he fit in on Fnatic in terms of work ethic, at least.
Saint,
grinders, man. Bunch of double lifts.
You've known a lot of these guys on the team for a while. What do you think of Alliance going into next year?
I don't know. I haven't like played against any of the players in so long that like I don't know how they are now. It's been like 2 years since I played against Froggen or any of them. It's been way too long.
I figured you might have caught like a game of theirs at some in the past.
I've been watching their scrims and stuff, but like when the main team scrims, other teams I usually watch them, and I mean they looked alright. Like I don't know. I don't think they're gonna be like, oh my god, the most amazing thing ever, but they'll probably be good.
Well, I mean the other side story here is that, in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of EU fans will yell at me about this, but I really felt as though Fnatic and Alliance were definitely in the lead, especially after Gambit fell apart, for like interesting teams with interesting stuff going on and fan favorites or whatever. I think SK started to lose a lot of that after Ocelot left. And now, like we're seeing Rekkles leave Fnatic, we're hearing rumors of that team, not being in the best place. Now it feels like we only have Alliance left. I don't know. Do you guys feel like that's kind of the case over in Europe? Do you think that we're starting to get all the consolidation of interesting stuff happening in one team?
Well, I don't even know half the players in the EU LCS anymore, like, or the players on any of the teams. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's that I don't care, but I also like don't interact with those players in solo queue, and I don't know. Like, I don't know how I don't know that. Like, nobody. I feel like nobody even watches EU LCS. Everybody's gonna hate me for this. I'm gonna get like death threats from fucking EU, but I don't think anybody watches that crap.
No, it is seriously just the truth.
Hey, I watch
LCS
it.
is just
I
less
watch it.
interesting
I
than
watch
NA.
all of it. I watch every single game
Like,
of EU.
did you see him turtle out
Do you
that
really?
70-minute
You watch
game?
Millennium versus Super Hot Crew, and you're like, I'm pumped for this, guys. Mr. Rollis versus Creatine.
Wait,
when I wake,
somehow
I'm
they both
serious.
picked Elise. There's like 2 Elises in the game. Like, I hate this.
When I wake up in my room, which is now a room and not a closet, it's like, whoa, I can't believe I slept so late. There's no way I missed EULCS. I gotta tune in, so I put it on and.
Oh my god, pull up those VODs, dude. Get in there.
Yeah.
Crumbz, how much EU LCS do you actually watch?
I actually put it on like pretty much every time I actually it's on. Like I put it on. I want to see it, but I don't like watch the games thoroughly.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody does. Well, for like pro players' perspective.
So
I open the tab and I'm a viewer on Twitch. How about that?
So getting back to the question then, do you guys think that like Alliance is maybe the only interesting team, or do you even find Alliance to be interesting?
We don't even know the other teams yet.
I think
Alliance is the only one.
is just the most interesting team in a sea of uninteresting teams. Like they just win by default because nobody in EU has like a super developed personality or like has.
What about Expeke?
Yeah, some of them do, right? Like Expeke and like all these old school players like Froggen, you know what they're up to and you kind of know what their personality is like, but maybe it's like the fault of production or maybe it's like the fault of the player, but like they don't have very interesting storylines or their personalities just aren't developed. So like I don't really care.
Stream either. Like not.
They don't stream.
That's a big thing too.
I don't know anything about them, so like I'm not as interested in their scene, I guess. Because they don't push it out there like all these great content or streaming or whatever it is. So Alliance just kind of has a monopoly now because Rekkles is like super cool and he has 1 million fans.
Very good. Well, we'll have to return to the EU conversation at some point in time because I think it is a conversation that's worth a larger discussion. But of course, we have to get going because we have Passport 20 down the road. But before that, we're going to round this out. Saint, you've taken a backseat on all these other topics, but now's your moment to shine. The LCS expansion tournament has been going on. Both complexities out. Saint Vicious still in. How's expansion going?
It's going.
Yeah, that's how you sum it up.
They're gonna play a game in like 3 weeks, I guess, on the new jungle. I mean, it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, it's so weird that they do this change, and this is like a major tournament, and I don't think like the jungle is fine tuned at all. So it just feels weird going into the tournament with that.
How are you playing the games right now with the old jungle while new jungle is on? Are you just not playing many?
Well, no, the next game is on the new jungle. But the last game we just played on TR for like a week.
Okay, so that's right. The next set will be on the new patch. So are you just playing? Is TR updated?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have to play on TR because it's just live now.
Yeah.
Hey, it's playing live. Damn it, Travis.
Well, I know some people play on TR. No, I mean that's a larger discussion, right? About the expansion, all that stuff, and the fact that it's played on this other jungle. I mean, is it really frustrating for you?
I guess like some of the days when I was like first trying to learn it, it's pretty frustrating. But I think as I'm starting to find champions that I like more and like paths and just the new variables that are in the jungle, I'm starting to like it a little bit more. But it still feels like you have a less of an impact on the game in the new jungle. So for me and my team, it hurts me, man.
Yeah.
It just hurts me.
Well, let's put the conversation a little bit. I know, Saint, it's happening is how you're summing up, but neither Complexity team is moving forward. Complexity obviously was in the LCS before twice. Crumbz, are you sad to see any of these LCS or like X's not make it in, or is it just sort of like the whatever happens for you?
Am I sad?
Yeah. you don't get these Complexity guys.
Would you like a tissue?
Didn't you tear up, man?
Oh.
When you figured out that Bubba Dub wasn't making it back?
Well, no, I did not
I'm gonna need
tear
some
up.
time alone, guys.
But it's more of the cycle of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. You guys have so much to say about the expansion tournament every episode. I can't wait till next week's episode.
Nobody cares, man. I don't even care, and I'm in it.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let's just
I should take Saint's disinterest. He's like, yeah, whatever, and he's like,
You know what they should do? They should grab that and be you know how they put the player's face in the client and then they just put your face like nobody cares.
Yeah, with that just that line. I don't even care and I'm in it. LCS expansion 2014.
All right, they have like some like lightning bolts.
Instead of this thing where I try to be like, okay, so let's talk about the expansion tournament or whatever. Say, why don't you care about the expansion tournament? Why don't people care about it?
Why don't I care about it, or why don't
Yeah.
people care about
You
it?
should care about it because you're in it, presumably, right? So why don't you care about it?
I just don't care about anything, man. If I don't make it, then I'll probably just like stream and be like, fuck it, and like not play anymore.
So your whole world is just bathed in apathy these days.
No, I just
What
if
do
I
you
have like if
actually-
I have another plan, then like I don't care. It's not like I'm like, no, this is over. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do another thing.
Does
It's
your
like
team know?
another door opens.
Does your
Yeah.
team know that you don't care at all about what happens?
Wait, I'm like really dedicated to the team and like in game. I'm not like showing up to scrims and be like, all right, guys. Like,
So you do care. You want the team to get in, right?
yeah, but like that's more to like I always try my hardest at anything I do. So
Okay.
yeah,
I can tell.
fuck you, Doublelift.
Hey, I think he's gonna
Come-
make it.
I'm coming for you, son.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doublelift and Crumbz.
You
Presumably,
did come
you
for
guys
me,
should care
actually.
about this tournament because it's going to introduce 2 new teams that you'll have to fight. Like, why aren't you looking at these teams and thinking like, okay, do you just legitimately think that none of them would be any competition for you in the LCS next split?
Why would I buy? I'm not gonna look at these tournaments because, well, they don't actually dictate how the game would be played when the LCS season starts. So, like, let's say we play first week of LCS against Curse Academy. I'm not going to be like, shit, I need to look at the expansion tournament replays to see what they were doing back then. Let's check it out. And like, oh, yes, St. Vicious did the Gromp into blue gank. Yeah, that's not very useful.
Seems their
so.
bot lane always farms the first wave. Like, something.
So yeah, maybe you don't care about the gameplay stuff, but shouldn't you care about the teams or the players that might be?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just wait for it to be done. Be like, oh, they got in. All right, this team got in. Oh, cool.
Doublelift.
Yeah, there's no point to get invested right now because whatever happens, happens, and then you have to deal with the consequences. It's not like I'm rooting for someone or like I'm like, oh no,
Wait,
I
you're
really.
not rooting for me, Doublelift?
A little bit, yeah. Actually, I kind of want you guys to win because that'd be cool.
Aw.
To almost lose to you, and then you guys like claw your way back in, so I can crush you in the real season.
Oh, okay, that means a lot to me, Doublelift. That's just Doublelift's way of saying he loves me.
I'm a big Saint Vicious fan. You guys
Yeah.
didn't know.
Okay. Now that we got that out of the way.
So to sum it up, you guys just don't care about the expansion. And should fans care about the expansion?
Well, if
I
they
think
care
it's an
about the
interesting
team.
tournament.
Yeah, of course.
If you have an interest in the challenger scene or like in a certain player, then why not? But I like as people who already made it into the LCS, we just probably don't.
Okay, that's fair. We'll leave it at that. We need to go over these show notes better in the future. It shows we're all
What?
So too.
Did you not know this is coming, Travis?
I know. It's sad because I feel like Saint, who's competing in the LCS expansion tournament, should have something to say about it other than, whatever.
Wait,
Well,
okay,
I guess
okay,
this is
okay, hold on. I'll enlighten you more on this, right? So I used to be like a super hyphy player and like.
No,
yeah,
you
think
weren't. You
no.
were never a hyphy player. I've
No.
played with you.
Yeah, no, what? Okay, you've been in the arguments. I'm saying I get hyphy over the game, like.
Oh,
Like
you
arguing
you
shit.
get pissed off.
Yeah, I
Oh,
get
that's
pissed
different
off.
than
That's
hyphy.
not hyphy.
All right. Anyways, I get pissed off. Yeah, and like, I get pissed off for the game or like losing or like I'd have like pressure on me, and now I just don't care. So like, if we lose the game, I'm just like, all right, that's cool, guys. Like, let's get it. Like, let's get the next game. Like, we're out of the tournament. Like, all right, you guys, like, good luck to you. Like,
He's
you
a
know,
hardened veteran.
yeah, it's just too like I just been through it too much. It's like whatever. Like, go on to the next thing, man.
He's
Oh,
just like,
Smart guy, man. You see?
what's the guy's name?
Makes it look
Martin.
sage.
He's just like Martin Sheen in Apocalypse Now.
Who the hell- I never watched that movie.
That's so. I mean, I know the movie. It's good. Yeah,
Saint, who's sitting in the chair behind you?
it's Piglet, man.
Oh, it's Piglet. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
it's
good.
Piglet.
We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll be getting into game news and more. And hopefully these guys will be far more interested and have stuff to say there because apparently the expansion tournament sucks. Be right back. Hey everyone, we are back to the second half of the newly named Who Gives a Fuck show. That's where we'll be going with this now after apparently we've discovered people just don't care about scene news. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to get into the stuff these guys actually do and work with every single week, which is the game itself. Starting off with, do you guys think this is like one of the biggest patches? I mean, let's say, do you guys think it is the biggest change to the game with the new visuals and all the new jungle stuff or whatever? Saint, or Crumbz, you're already nodding your head.
Honestly, Travis, I just don't care about it that much.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my god.
I don't care either.
I think
No,
the season 4 changes. Really?
Season one. Remember? I played the game in beta, and then like when the season 1 came around. Do you remember what the game used to look like? The interface and like the UI.
Yeah, it looked like a piece of crap.
Giant orb in the corner.
Yeah.
You know who taught me how to jungle? Rakkles.
Who?
Oh my
Rakkles.
god.
Rakkles.
Super ragey.
I
That's the
remember
person that's the person who I saw on stream. He was jungling. I was like, shit, if this guy can do it, I can do it. So then I did it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's some great motivation.
That was the extent of it.
Saint, who taught you how to jungle?
I like showed up one day and started playing Nunu. That's pretty much it. Nah, I don't know. I played Warwick and Nunu, and nobody really like everybody played Nunu and Warwick back then. Like they're all simple champions. There's like nothing to teach. It's like, all right, farm these minions. Like let's do it. Like I've been playing the game since beta. So.
I remember you played Heimer and Malzahar before when you joined CLG.
Yeah.
Wait, what about Sion though?
Wait, no,
Sion
no,
was the shit.
No, I know who taught me Warwick. Wasabi. You guys remember that guy?
Wasabi. No, I don't remember that guy.
Yeah, he like spelled wasabi like with like a bunch of Z's and shit.
What the hell? No.
I don't know.
remember.
Well, anyway, let's get into this.
It's like 900 games.
So let's just get the other thing you guys don't care about out of the way. The new visuals. Do you guys have any thoughts, or are you happy about them, or did you just change over them immediately and it doesn't matter?
I feel like I randomly don't click stuff sometimes. A lot more.
There's a
It's harder to
waterfall on
click
bottom
jungle.
lane.
Dude,
What?
it's so hard.
There's a waterfall on bottom lane. You notice that?
That
Double?
doesn't change. No, I don't notice shit. All I know is the game feels a little different sometimes when I'm trying to flash or like jump over walls. That's
Yeah.
I failed flash like a million times already.
You
It's
know what?
fucking embarrassing.
Did the bottom ward, the Scar award, and like that bot try?
It's super
I can't-
hard, right?
I can't like I don't know where to put it. Like
Yeah,
my
who
whole
was
team
tweeting
all
about
failed it. My
A
whole
second.
team all failed it. 5 wards like all right around it, and then I got
Once I-
invaded on because we didn't have any wards. Sucked.
Yeah, it's hilarious. What the hell? Once I figure out how to like ward in the same spots that I did before and like jump over or flash like the same places that I did before, it'll be like a 0 change. I think I'm already used to the new map minus those small things.
Yeah. So is that about it? Just the flashing and the warding?
I've had no problems with any of that actually.
I'm just trying to see. Somebody else was complaining
Oh my God.
about the Scar award, which I found hilarious. Anyway, let's get into the actual stuff then. So, new jungle. Doublelift, I don't know what you're going to say during all this because I think it's just going to be Crumbz and Saint arguing about it. But hopefully you can hop in and just make fun of them at some point. But you guys, we were talking about this before the show. Crumbz and Saint, you guys have very different opinions on the new jungle and the changes that they made. Saint, you actually tweeted. Let me see if I can find it here. You actually tweeted that I can already tell the jungler is going to have a lower impact in competitive this season. If I assume it means if things don't change, I am sad. So why do you say that? Why are you bummed?
I mean, you just have less gold income. 'Cause, like before you had conservation, giving you extra gold, and now you just don't really have that. So that's just like, yeah, this is less gold overall, so you can have less impact. That's how I feel.
Crumbz, do you agree?
I mean, you said that we were going to have conflicting opinions, but I think you were wrong.
Right before listening to the show, you said that you...
No. That's not exactly. No, what I said was that I am saddened that they removed. I mean, I like that they removed the conservation, but I don't like that they removed the gold. Right. So if it were up to me, I would have removed the conservation stacks and increased the gold that you can get because since there's no gold generation item for the jungle, the only gold you have is legitimately kills, jungle monsters, and lanes. Which you're not taking lanes. Jungle monsters take forever to spawn, and getting kills is not that simple. So you really just have a lot less. But I do like that without the conservation stacks before, you kind of feel inclined to you kind of go out. Okay, let's find a gank. As soon as you hit like 80, okay, let's go back to farm. So it's on a. I felt like my ganks were very much timed by when my conservation stacks were full, and I didn't like that. Right now you have a lot of freedom in terms of your route and your build path and all that, except it's a freedom of being broke. right? So you're just like, oh, I'll do whatever I want because I'm broke. So
You're just like this hobo wandering around the map, like trying to like pick up some stuff out of the garbage. You like go top lane or whatever. You like smite like the range minion. You're like, give me that. Like that's my 14 gold, bitch. Like I'm out of here.
because now your lane tax is not even like it's not just one. You smite the cannon, throw an ability at it, and take the whole backline with you.
Yeah. You're driving. You like EQ into the back line. You're like, oh, I missed. My bad. Like take the whole fucking thing with it. Yeah, you're so poor. You gotta
I
do
would
it.
report you if you did that to me.
Fuck you.
Just saying.
It's good, except for you just need more gold.
Yeah, I think so. And the little razor beaks, their smite passive is pretty broken.
I don't know. It
Is that the
seems
work
like
one?
like you guys like jungling has so much more options than it did before. Because
Yeah, it has a lot of options, but you're literally broke. Like you have no money.
You know what I don't like? I don't like how they're like, oh, there's gonna be all these options for the new jungle items you can pick. Fucking Rangers is like the best every damn time. It's like way like it's like all the other items like somewhere here. Like Rangers is like I can't even.
Well, which
see
one's
it.
Rangers?
It's the one that lowers smite and heals you. They're like, oh,
yeah, the one that AoE smites, right?
You can use smite on champions. Like, whoa, that's gonna be ridiculous. Jungler's gonna come out, bam, smite him and kill him. That's amazing. Like, no, you need smite the jungle.
Yeah.
And
I think it'll just end up being a numbers tweak. Like honestly, I think
no,
that
like seriously, if you buff it by like 80, it's still not better than Rangers.
Yeah. It's
what if they nerf the crap out of Rangers?
No, the problem is not the Rangers. The problem is the cooldown on smite is like 60 seconds. So you're either using it to farm the damn jungle or you're using it to gank. And like the jungle will like kick your ass if you don't have smite. So the way you have to time your ganks with that are like way too messed up. And you can't even like counter jungle because you're probably gonna be using your smite on the the damn minion that you're fighting for, and you're not gonna be able to smite the guy anyways.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
Yeah, I think the most useless is definitely the counter jungling one. I think that's like something everyone's gonna go on.
Yeah.
That is
20 gold.
so
Like,
fucking
what?
useless. Like I stole your razor beak, bitch. So bad.
Get
Cashing
poached. Get poached, bitch.
So this is interesting because it really
Okay,
it really
we went too hard with that. All right.
it really flies in the face of their whole argument of like, oh, we want to create like strategic diversity and we want to open up other options. And I've heard time and time again throughout the years, like pro players always say, oh yeah, you know, like they redid the masteries, they redid runes. I mean, you guys said this on the last week where you're like, there's always just one best option and you just wait till everyone figures it out.
I don't think it's like that for this jungle.
The route is what's diverse. Yeah, the route is what's diverse. You can do any route that you like. You can legitimately do Gromp gank.
Don't you think that's better than how it was before?
Yeah, it's super cool. That's the best part about it. It's amazing. You can do anything you like. It's really fun. But the items are not very like.
Tweak.
What is it?
They can tweak the items. The fact that you can do whatever jungle route you like, I think it's pretty cool. And I think it's cool that they made counter jungling actually useful. Like if you fuck a jungler and you like leave one of the little tiny wraiths,
it's really not a big deal.
Really? It respawns every
little creeps have a lot of experience too now.
Yeah, like you know how much gold the small things for
it's 16 gold is crazy.
Yeah, they give a lot of gold too, so it doesn't matter.
You know what sucks is when your team starts counter jungling you, man.
Yeah.
Like when it gets to mid game and they start like you got Doublelift like up there taking your Gromp, like the mid laners coming over and taking your wolves.
When I rotate from bottom lane, I take doubles, red, wraiths, and then I look at my jungler and he's like, I don't know what to do.
So bad. He's just like go and sit in a bush somewhere. It's like
he's got like a fucking just a jungle item finish, and I have like 3 items on 80 carry. It's so bad. Yeah, I do agree. The junglers need to be more rich. I think it's kind of stupid that they're like people play Warwick because he's literally just an ulti bot, and you finish Bork, and then you're done farming for the rest of the game.
Wait, you don't even need Bork. You legitimately need no items. That's why he's good.
Yeah,
that's true. Just press W and then suicide. And you're
like 5 assists. Yeah.
So how do they fix it? Do they just add more gold to the jungle or what?
Well, the items definitely need to be changed so that there's more versatility to them.
Okay.
Like the one that's on hit, that's not useful at all.
It is on Warwick.
I think the AP item's not
Everyone
that good
gets that shit on.
It's not. No, the one that like you deal more damage on hit. Like what? See, the thing is, no, that's trash. Because then the problem is, I don't think we're talking about the same one. I'm talking about not Rangers. Like You get
Oh,
Rangers and you get
one where you-
Devourer. I'm talking about the
exhaust
Smite
one.
change.
The challenging one.
Yeah, that one. That's what I'm talking about. The challenging one.
That one
Oh,
sucks too. But only good on Warwick. Yeah.
Yes,
but even
but I
still, I'd
mean,
rather
why would you
even
not?
still, I'd
Why
rather
would you not get?
I'd
Yeah,
still
get
rather
Rangers.
Because I want to hit level 6 as fast as possible because the smite cooldown is like shorter and you just clear faster. Then every other item just sucks, man. Like whoever designed those items is, he's smoking something.
What the hell? I've played AD carry for my whole career. You have no idea. The only options for playing AD carry, you rush Bork, you rush BT, you rush IE.
Yeah,
Now
all
it's
those items are good. So yeah.
At least there's a Triforce in there too. At least you guys have like items. It's like no, you get to use this. But there's other things, but they're all useless. Like don't look at those.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
true.
Hey, you have static
I don't know if
shift,
you guys can
phantom
complain about
dancer.
diversity. Yeah,
You know how many times I've hit 6 items? Like how many times I've legitimately hit 6 items? Probably like I can count them in my hand. Like in competitive games, probably 0. Like 6 items, like legitimately 6 items worth like 3K each. That shit doesn't happen.
That's because you're the pink word bitch, man.
Exactly.
You farm
and now,
raids
exactly. And now it's even worse because they
your
spawn
carry's not
later.
taking them, then go back by things. Suck it up, man.
Okay, so make me a pros and cons chart then, Crumbz and Saints. So you guys like the fact that there's a lot of options and routes and what you can do and that kind of thing. You dislike the items.
I like the items actually.
You like the items, you just want more.
What the hell?
I like the
The
items.
idea of the items is good.
Yeah.
Like the,
Okay.
like the fact,
Okay, maybe we're
counter-
talking about the smite upgrades. Like the smite upgrade is different than like that. So say for instance, the new version of the Elder Lizard I think is a buff for Lee Sin. Because there's armor pen on it, you know? It's just and it has more AD, so it's like better for Lee Sin. But all the different smite options are just like complete shit. Like that's the item I don't like.
Okay. So you want to see those changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you presumably you would want like the counter jungling one to be compelling and that kind of thing. You just feel like there's not enough options.
The counter jungling one is really difficult to like
It's
make
too
good
situational.
because it's like when do you know, like when you buy that literally on your first buy? When on your first buy you already know it's like I'm gonna counter jungle this guy 7 times from now on.
Isn't it? It's in those disrespect situations. It's when you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna.
No, it's not this. You know what happens? You buy that, the other guy has rangers and just jungles faster than you. Like, oh, I'm here to
he's
count.
healthier than you are, and he's clearing the jungle faster. So like,
Yeah,
if you do decide to scrap him for it, he's probably full health, and you're like 70% rolling up in there, and he just like kicks your ass.
So is the counter jungler item or smite situation, is that just like a failed concept?
Yes.
At the start.
I think so. I mean, I'm not a game designer, so I can't tell you how you would balance it. So I don't know, but I mean, the idea sounds good. If they can somehow make it work, there's just not that many champions to counter jungle. Like for instance, I saw Nocturne. His recommended item is a counter jungling one. Like, how the hell am I gonna pull this shit
You like
off?
ulti the guy while he's doing race and smite it. You're like, see you, nerd.
And then you get the movement speed boost.
Shout outs to Boy.
Yeah.
Poached.
That's gonna be a meme now, man. I already know it.
Holy shit.
All right. Okay, so we've talked a lot about jungle. Anything else like top lane? I know a lot of people are talking about. Warwick's hanging out up there too.
Warwick top? I haven't seen that. What the
That was
hell?
like last year.
Yeah. Where's Gambit at? Like, I don't know. Darian, is he on a team now?
Darren's coming back, dude.
Listen, I saw on Reddit.
Coming back on patch
People talking
420.
about grab.
Yeah. The
Smite.
Wade Wick's back.
Okay, fine. So how
This is the perfect time.
This dumbest. Alright, great.
show's falling apart. Okay, let me grab the reins of this. Yeah, top lane. Okay, I'm an idiot. Warwick isn't there. Did anything change?
Sometimes they take my jungle more.
think
They're like,
there-
I'll take your grump. Like, give me
Yeah, I
that.
think
Oh no,
some
there's this,
champion,
there's
they
this
start Gromp, no? Like some champions are starting
a lot of
Gromp
them.
doubles.
a lot of them, dude. They'll die on the thing just to get it.
Dude, the fact that laners can start jungle camps, by the way, is the dumbest idea. Like, of
Yeah.
all the changes of this patch, I'm like, okay, I like them all, except why the fuck is why are bottom lanes doing double golems and Gromp at level 1? And
I
why
think
is top lane like able to solo a camp and then recall and then buy 5 potions and TP back level 2?
I have an
Before-
idea.
and
that
the
they
enemy
can
lane
do.
is level 1.
So I don't know how sold they might be on this idea because it does kind of enforce a meta. But what they could do is basically make it so that it's a lot harder to do jungle camps if you don't have smite as one of your summoners. So you can have like smite passively makes you deal like this percentage damage to jungle champion to jungle monsters. And then you can actually jungle while the other champions that don't have smite can't do them. But at the same time, you need to make it so that laners don't want to take smite. So make it so that, oh, if you have this summoner, like, I don't know, you can't, like, it hinders your lane in a way. So you only have it on the jungler and not on other people. And you pretty much nullify people either taking your camps at any time or just starting them and getting an advantage, which I think would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Would you be cool with that?
Yeah, I'm down with that. I think the dumbest thing that's ever happened was like me and Afro are playing Lucian Braum and we Duke Romp and then we walk in the lane and I'm level 2 and they're level 1 and then we just all in and kill them. It's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. There was no skill. They could not have done anything. We literally just walked out of the bush. We were like, I'm level 2, bitch. And they're dead. I don't know. The fact that you can start jungle camps is so stupid. I agree with Crumbz. I feel like if you don't have smite, like the camp shouldn't give you XP or something really stupid like that. Like they need to make something happen. So I don't see this really stupid cheese happening in real games.
Yeah, I mean every game has pretty much like every game has a jungle. It's part of the game. You need to jungle. So might as well make it like pretty much put into the game, like enforce in that way.
All right, so
it's just on 155 now instead of 2 minutes, so you don't end up missing anything by doing a camp too. But whatever. Go ahead.
Top, middle, bot lane, anything interesting or notable, or nothing? Sounds like nothing.
Bottom lane got a lot dumber because of what I said. But
it's just, yeah, other than the fact that laners can grab stuff out of the jungle, that's it. All right, moving on. Dragon. You guys have said he's useless except for the first and fifth ones. Why?
Well, those are the ones that give the damage buff.
I think the third buff is super important.
Movement speed? Sorry, I mean, it's not going to lose you. Like, the thing is, the other ones give you an advantage, but it's not going to be an advantage that you can't, like, outplay, right? It's like, oh, damage to monsters, damage to pushing, all these things. Like, right, it gives you a good edge.
2 and 4 are super useless, I agree with you. But I think
like,
1 and 3 are bad.
Like before when you started stacking dragons up, that just like funded your ability to vision control the map. Like that's how I viewed it before. Like if you give the support, you know, the 150, however, up to like 200 and something gold, then that's pink wards that he's able to buy, and it's like money he can upgrade his sweeper, and the same for anybody in the team. Like every time you kill a dragon, that's a pink ward for your whole team. So I think it's a lot harder to fund like the vision control on the new patch.
Pretty much all my games, it's like, okay, nice, I might stole the first dragon. And then every other, or like, let's say we're behind, we lost the first dragon. We're like, okay, well, we're losing this side of the map. Let's give up 4 dragons and farm it out.
Yeah.
And fight the 5th one.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
That's actually how it is. I'm not going to lie. That's actually how it is.
Yeah.
Like, this is how far we can go.
And then Baron's a little bit stronger now, so like, that's less of an option. So it just makes the games like stalemate out in like these weird like farm offs now. I don't know.
Yeah, how do you guys think that like Dragon will work in competitive play?
It's gonna
Probably
be
just like that.
Be the exact same way. Be like, shit, we lost the first one. We have no control here. We can give up 4. Let's go for it. Farm it out.
It's so much less snowbally than it was before. If you're ahead before and you got like 3 dragons in a row, the game was fucking over. But if you get 3 dragons now in your head, it's like, I got 5%.
Whoa, you're past. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, all right, cool. That didn't do anything.
So you see me kill that tower 15% faster? That's like one less auto, man. I got that shit.
Yeah, like the pushing power and the tower damage is like never gonna be the difference.
The creep one's actually useful though. That's kind of useful because sometimes you get to the point where like your mid laners can't clear the backline in one spell. So if you're losing really hard, so it's useful in that way because the creeps got buffed to the point that they don't have resistances; they just have health. So you need a lot of raw damage to kill them.
Okay, so do you guys like overall the dragon changes?
No.
I think I have to play more with it. I think it's too, like, honestly, it should be, I think it should be to a way that the first one isn't as punishing, like how it was before. Like losing the first dragon really punishing.
They need to move the buffs around for one thing, and then they need to make the other three.
I think first dragon should be important.
Yeah, I think it should be important, but
it.
I don't want to. See, the thing is, I don't like that the first dragon can be done like at 3 minutes or cheesed instantly, and then it's like if it's really snowbally, you pretty much lost off that. I don't like that. I like the fact that like I want to see the first dragon be meaningful, but not to the point that you can lose a game off it. But I don't want to see the point where shit you can literally lose 4 dragons and lose. If you lose 4 dragons, you should have lost that game already. It shouldn't be, oh, let's not give up the 5th one and then we can make a comeback, right? You literally stalled out for like 30 minutes and managed to win when the other guys took every single major objective. That shouldn't be the case. So just a balance between how it was before and how it is now, I think would be nice.
Yeah, agree.
All right, that's how we fix it. Baron.
A little bit stronger. I don't. The missing regen thing like weirds me out sometimes. I'm like, oh, I took some chunk. I'll just like heal. Oh, never mind. I'm just not doing anything. I'm like still half health. It's kind of weird for CG.
Wait,
like,
what? It takes
the regen's not there anymore.
Takes away your regen?
Oh, come on.
On the buff, dude. I think Baron buff is super OP. Like your minions are actually like I didn't expect the minions to be that strong. They're actually like broken.
The movement speed should be removed from that shit because you literally like, oh guys, meet me bottom lane. Like you base and you go bottom with the recall, and then your minions like all the way bottom, and it's like Jesus, there's a push here, and this cannon might as well be a catapult now.
Yeah, and the Nunu with the banner command too. With that is just like that thing will just solo your turret, and you can't even reach it. It's like 1,000 range away. Like,
if you banner the Baron.
Did we lose
the cannon minion? It is actually impossible to kill.
You know, it'd be a good idea. You do that. You banner that, and then you TP to the creep that's aggroed on the tower. So you stall that tower forever, and then you just take the tower for free.
Well,
no, because the cannon minion already outranges the tower.
No, I mean, but the guys are gonna like, you know.
No, it's so far. But like, you have to like literally.
Oh yeah, I know.
Dive out there to get the damn thing, and it takes so much like lesser damage away from AOE, right? It's like 75% or something. Something crazy like
I think it just takes like way less damage, and if it's immune to magic because you bannered it, then it's like it is actually impossible to kill.
Wait, banner makes it immune to magic?
It does something. I can't.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. I saw that one game. I was like, why is this thing immune to magic? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you can make your cannon minion immune to magic and like outrage the tower. Just sit there and hit their inhib.
I'm gonna try that right now.
Is this like a solo queue thing, or is this?
Yeah, I
think that's competitive.
No, I've been playing Nunu, and you get the banner because it's just like the old locket, and it gives 80 AP to Nunu, so you do a lot of damage. And I just fucking like troll and get Baron, and then I just like follow my minion around while it just like shits on turrets. And you just sit out there and spam laugh. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's really stupid. I think Baron's way better than it was before, to be honest. I think it's like 10 times better. Like when you get Baron now, I think it's super hard to lose if you just group 5 and wait for the cannon minion to come. Yeah. Because they have to initiate on you. If they don't initiate on you, the cannon minion will take their base, and you don't have to take any risks. Like the 80 carry never has to walk up. So sieging becomes so much easier with Baron.
I have a question. With Baron and the dragon changes and even like the jungle changes, how do you guys think this like holistically changes the competitive game? Like, will we see games shorten? Or are they going to be the same? Or are they going to be more snowbally or less snowbally? Like, what do you guys expect to see at like IEM San Jose, for instance?
I think the game's going to be No, I think the game's going to be pretty snowbally because once you take control of somebody's jungle in the new jungle, you like cut off so much income for their jungler, so you just like kill them outright. They'll have like 1 or 2 camps they can farm from, and I think once you reach that point where you're going past river and just warding up all their stuff and the support's roaming in there, like the game just ends right there. I don't know. I think it's a lot worse now because before you'd be like, oh, I haven't farmed any of the camps on that side in a while, but I have conservation, so I can go get the double golems, at least get something, on the other side of the map. But now like once that side of the map's gone, like that's half your income just like gone, like outright. It's like done.
Yeah, you're right.
It's pretty brutal.
So do you guys think that this is good, or do you think they need to come and balance it, make it less snowbally, and maybe games will be better that way from like a viewer standpoint or a competitive standpoint?
I really like it. I like the fact that dragons don't matter as much early, but then they will ramp up and it's like there's more strategy to dragon than just getting like a flat amount of gold.
No, double's just like I don't have to. Double's like I don't have to leave my lane to farm and stop from farming to go to dragon.
Exactly.
This is perfect.
No, I still go to dragon, but I like that everything does something different, and I think the game. I agree. The game is way more snowball. A lot of it actually, I think it's hilarious. The crab is actually super broken. Like, the
Crab is
movement speed that you get from the crab is so stupid. You could just turn instantly and just like charge at somebody with like a Sivir ulti because of the crab, and then they're just all dead. It's so much movement speed. It's like 30% or something like that, and it trails you as you leave it. But anyways, yeah, game's gonna be shorter, and I really like it because it's way more punishing. You lose an inhib, it's 5 minutes of inhib loss. If you give them Baron, it's not like you can turtle it out anymore. Like, you have to make plays to come back into the game. Where before you could like just sit back with Ziggs and or Xerath and just be like, haha, I'm gonna turtle on my base. I like that the game forces you to make decisions now instead of just like taking it in the ass and wait for late game.
I will say from a
Well, I
non-competitive
guess
standpoint,
you must. I'm not gonna say that.
from a non-competitive standpoint, I have just been having more fun playing this game than I have in a very long time. Crumbz and Saint, like, do you disagree with this? You seem to have very strong reactions when Doublelift said that.
Nah.
I mean, I'm having fun, but I just
I'm
don't
having,
thi-
yeah.
like it's fun that there's so much versatility, right? Oh, crab makes you faster, Gromp gives you poison, like wolves give you a little thing that isn't really that useless actually if you're like struggling in that side of the map, or like the razor beaks give you these side. There's all these different things and dragons with all these bonuses, but like, it's a cool idea, but they're not necessarily useful, right? Like it can be cool, but it's not like useful towards the goal of winning the game like, quickly, right? Like for instance, the effort that you make to get a second dragon so that the guy your opponents don't get the first one doesn't really warrant 15% damage to monsters when like you're pretty much clearing all the monsters as 5 anyways, right? It's like, whoa, well, we just spent so much on pinks and anyways, and we barely got anything out of it. Well, these guys just chose to like take the tower top. So, I mean, it's fun, but it does need a lot of tweaking.
We're running low on time, and we still have to get to Kalista and Rek'Sai. But the one thing I forgot to mention was inhibitor changes and Nexus turrets and turrets in general. Do you guys have any? Do you hate this stuff? Do you like it? What are the general thoughts on all of this?
They like insta die. They die so fast.
That's how it feels.
They don't do any damage either.
I like the fact that like the base ones do a lot of damage. Like people can just like, oh, let's just tank these and end it. Like, no, you can't actually do that. But
yeah, you're gonna see a lot of failed attempts to end in competitive. I think a lot.
I don't like the fact that they give that shield though. Like, sure, if you're losing a lot, like if you're losing constantly, like sure, that's nice, but it saves a lot of people from damage over time abilities. It's annoying. Like, let's say if you're Jace, you literally like can walk from one turret to the like pretty much get to one turret from one turret to the other with the shield on still. Like, I just don't think you should be rewarded for being there. Like for just having a shield that never wears off, like you have to like pop it. Like when you're sieging a turret, it's like, oh well, we have a free tower and a free shield now. That's already allows us to stay here for just existing. So I don't like that.
So screw the shield. New base towers are cool, and our Nexus turrets. And then anything else? Good changes overall. Good. Kalista, Doublelift, now's your time to shine. For the show, you said that you thought Kalista was super broken. Saint very strongly opposed to it. Why do you think she's broken?
Kalista's just OP because she has everything that AD carries need. So she has the nuke that you don't need to put points into because it has like a relatively short cooldown. I know there's like this stupid debate like, oh, Cutie Pie thinks I'm done for maxing E. Like, I guarantee you every competitive AD carry is going to max E on Kalista. I will bet like $1,000. The cooldown on E actually goes down, much like Expunge. So she's got like the laning kind of capabilities of Twitch with Lucian like put together. She's super mobile. She has, like I said, like ranged AoE or potentially AoE poke. Her ulti is going to be used in like the dumbest wombos you've ever seen in your life. I guarantee competitively, even if she's a bad laner, you'll put her in a 2v1 if she's got a bad matchup, and then she'll have like the most stupid combo you could ever think of, like Kalista Alistar, Kalista Thresh, Kalista Braum, like whatever it is. There's just a million things that you can do with her, and she's so versatile. She's like never bad, basically. She's just one of those ADs that like I look at and I'm like, they didn't put any weaknesses in her. It's not like she lacks damage. She doesn't lack mobility. She doesn't lack utility. She has like everything in her kit. It's so stupid.
Doublelift, normally you really want like a jump or an escape or something like super strong. What do you think? How do you think that works for her?
I think she has Vayne Tumble on every auto attack, which is the dumbest idea I've ever heard.
It's like not as bad as Vayne Tumble.
It's pretty stupid once you get attack speed, dude.
I think that you just like try to
stupid.
read some sort of introduction, like an MC introduction to some incredible person, but I don't think she's that
broken.
good. Like,
everybody I've seen play her, it's like, like Lucy would have probably kicked my ass even harder.
I have stomped like almost every game with Kalista, and I know it's just solo queue because in competitive there's no point to play her. She's disabled for IM, but I don't know. I
you kind of
really strongly
like
she's gonna be top tier.
You got to build like a cog comp basically around her with some sort of engage. But you need so much protect for her, and then she doesn't even have the range to pull it off.
I don't think so. I don't think you need protection for her, and I think she is.
Seriously, you don't think she needs protection?
I feel like she dies to everything. No.
What?
How
can you protect her? Okay, how about like Pantheon flash stuns? She dies.
How do you protect yourself as Lucian? You have 50 less range.
You just call. You can call in and like actually hit shit before you have to go into danger.
Yeah, but there's no danger when your support is part of you and you just throw him out and then he engages.
Of course there's danger. Like your team, the other team is not gonna they're not gonna clump us 5 like, oh wow, let's get together, let's huddle up for Alistar. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. Like they're gonna be spread out. Like let's say Pantheon jumps, like bam, drops on your face, literally flash stuns you, and then somebody else goes in, you die. Like Warwick now, Fiddlestick, somebody can flash and kill you instantly.
It's true that she has the problem of when she's zoned from a fight. Like Corki and Lucian are really strong enough because they both can poke without putting herself in danger. But I don't know. Kalista has the ability to just make ridiculous plays. That's what I think. She has like
Dash, so does
Var. I mean, have you seen Var?
Like a strong lane
but they have no way to consistently get like an Aurelia or like a jungler off of them, and so that's why they suck. And
Kalista,
they don't have the laning to back it up either. Kalista's laning is unreal, man.
Varus' laning is like really strong. With Fujin used to dunk people all the time with Varus. He has such a strong lane.
Kalista will get murdered by Aurelia.
Yeah. Every time I see a Kalista, they're like,
how is
they're like hopping away like 1 foot. The Aurelia just like cues back on him in 2 shots. And I was like, I see what you did there.
I just completely disagree. She's super broken.
How do you survive? Okay, whoa! You just say no. She must have bad matchups. She's not not a lane bully.
She has some bad matchups, but she does really well versus Corki and Lucian right now because obviously they're skill shot based AD carries, and it's impossible to hit Kalista with skill shots in lane. It's like nearly impossible.
Doublelift, is there a chance? I mean, you related her to Vayne at the start of this conversation. You're obviously known for playing Vayne, and not very many people tend to play her too much. Is there a chance that this is like another Doublelift champion and that other AD carries won't use her?
No, I don't think so. I think if you want to play competitively, you have to learn Kalista right now. Like when she's okay, this is really stupid actually because they might change the game, or they might change Kalista, or they might change other AD carries before she's actually enabled for competitive. But she's broken. Like, I guarantee it, she's OP right now in her current iteration.
Okay.
Have you talked to any other AD carries about it?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't. Oh wait, no, I talked to Rekkles, but Rekkles says he hasn't played her, so I don't really talk to other AD carries. Okay. But just in my experiences, she's like absolutely broken.
Let's talk about Rek'Sai really quickly. I know that. Yeah, he just got revealed and that kind of thing, so it's hard for you guys to comment too much. Pro players always like to go, oh, hang on, we don't know anything. But the reveal is up over on the League of Legends website. Crumbz and Saint, you guys seemed a little excited about her, because evidently it's a her, at the start of or right before the show. This is the awkward silence.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
Like, I am really excited about this.
I'm elated.
Happy. I don't get excited for champions. Like, that guy looks like he'll be cool when he comes out. And then I don't think about him until he comes out.
Okay, yeah, you're king apathy. But Crumbz, are you excited?
I guess.
There you go, man. We did it.
No. I mean, it's a jungler. Okay, legitimately, it's a jungler. That's cool. Yeah. She's got a really cool ability. Like, seems like a fighter. Like, imagine Skarner, but useful and a fighter. Well, I guess Skarner's already a fighter, but anyways, it's Skarner's wife, basically, right? That's what it is. And until you release, I mean, she looks like Skarner.
All right, sure.
Crumbz is creating lore right now around this champion. Everybody watch.
Then the spider.
Maybe Rek'Sai and Skarner are siblings, man. And Crumbz is talking about, I don't know, unreleased lore. You never know.
What?
Anyways.
It's a long lost what?
All right. So, like, the abilities looked really cool, especially the ultimate. But regarding that, you play competitively, you obviously have to wait until the numbers get released, until you actually can play her and see. You're not going to be like having a little countdown on your second monitor and be like, oh man, 3 days until the new champion's out.
So she can be banned every game, and then you don't even get a player until like
Yeah. And although also I already know like the problem with this champion is like it doesn't have like a real ultimate. It's like Pantheon. You know, Pantheon's ultimate gets them around the map. Same thing with like TF, it gets them around the map, but like they don't have a real ultimate in their kit. So you have to make the rest of their kit super fucking broken to make up for that. Like Twisted Fate can like one-shot you with one of his abilities in a Lich Bane proc, you know? That's one of his fucking abilities, and that's not even ultimate. So
I think she'll be super hard to balance because of that.
Yeah.
Because globals are always either overpowered or like terrible, like Shen or TF.
Yeah.
And like Elise and Jason, they came out, they don't really have an ultimate. It's like, wait a minute, literally one ability is.
Yeah, Nidalee is like another example.
Yeah.
It's hard to balance.
And has a global. It's a champion with no ultimate, but with a global. Yeah, like this TF all over again, man.
I think if she's a viable top laner, she'll be one of the most, if not like the most snowbally top laner in the game. Because if you can, win lane, if you can win lane with a TP and that global, then she has so much playmaking potential. But it's not like every 5 minutes. It's
the
every
question is if you can if the enemies can destroy the burrow holes or not.
Yeah, but can't you just place them in brush or place them? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess check brush distance. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
that's true.
If they can destroy them, then yeah, that's like definitely.
It just seems like what a stupid split pusher, right? What it looks like. It's like she kind of looks at her burrower thing or her tunnel and then just leaves. Like you can just split push like an idiot, and then 2 people come to gank you, and you just leave. Like you have a way to get out instantly. I don't know. It seems really really hard to balance. It's either gonna be OP or useless.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so final verdict on the reveal. First, very early impressions is OP or useless. Yes?
It's a global, man.
I'd say fun. Just leave it at fun, dude.
Okay.
Fun. Okay, I can say fun.
Wait, Doublelift, isn't this the moment when you're supposed to say like, oh yeah, looks amazing. Everyone should buy her when she comes out, etc.?
What?
Yep. Drop those riot points, baby.
Yeah.
Support us, the troops.
Have you tried Battlecast Cho'Gath yet? I mean, Battlecast Kog'Maw.
No, is that out?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's on the
I need to fill up my account with riot points, guys. Should I buy $50 or $100?
$100.
Did you get Kilby's credit cards?
You can buy the new champion when she's out.
Wow, dude, this actually looks pretty cool.
There we go.
Everybody's gonna start playing Kog'Maw again. They're gonna be like, wow, I knew Kog'Maw was the best. This new skin particle is just like, it makes your last hit better. And they're gonna come out some fucking sorry ass excuse. Like I liked him all along. It's just like this skin just put him over the limit.
I never said he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
The outro time is now upon us as we conclude things. We're over time. But before we go out, I want to say everyone should be excited about I Am San Jose first competitive tournament on patch 420. St. Vicious Hotshot are renewing their age-old rivalry to bring you an ARAM of epic proportion. We've already, earlier on the show, announced that Choster would be on St. Vicious's team and the betrayal against Hotshot, so that'll be cool. Over at GameSpot, they're actually doing I cannot wait for your reaction to this, Doublelift. You can, if you go to tinyurl.com/IEMdinner, tinyurl.com/IEMdinner, you can win 2 VIP premium tickets to I Am San Jose, a backstage tour, and the best part is you get a dinner with Travis, Hotshot GG, and Lily Pichu.
Oh my god. Nobody's going to want to do that.
That is the giveaway.
Double's going to enter.
There are already 6,641 entries, and we barely promoted it, Doublelift, okay?
Oh my god, man. You guys should just take back your votes right now, dude. Hotshot's gonna get his dinner all over your pants. It's just not worth it. Take the backstage VIP tour, but don't go to the dinner.
Okay.
That's
Well,
my
yeah,
vote.
the dinner is optional. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You don't.
It's legitimately optional.
Yeah. Well, what
if I
of
win?
course,
I'm not even joking. What if I win?
Dinner with you. I'm not gonna be like, how dare you? tinyurl.com/IEMDinner. Go over there. If I'm in the chat right now on Twitch chat, which I probably am, I'm probably linking it. So click it there. Let's do shout outs. Crumbz. Anything you wanna throw out there into the world?
Well, I'd like to say thank you to my co-hosts for making this show possible. The viewers out there, and be sure to root for Team Dignitas at IEM Cologne, which is after San Jose. And
Congratulations on that.
Winner by default, dude. The best way to win.
hey, you're going there too, man.
Yeah, but we won the legit way.
They rigged it. Rigged the
All right.
votes.
It's always in the shoutouts.
I made
It's
a bunch
going to be
of accounts.
a weekly thing where in the shoutouts, Doublelift pisses off Crumbz.
And I'm not pissed off.
You can see the
It's
rage.
true. He's right. We won by default.
Like, damn, that sucks.
Okay.
I
At least you guys relegated us, so like we have that looming over our heads forever.
Doublelift, you're next.
Yeah, it's shout outs to you guys. Thanks for being on the show with me, and to my fans. I've failed a lot. Hopefully this year I don't.
Beautiful. St. Vicious?
Doublelift, I hate you. Alberto, you're pretty cool. Nicolas Cage, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And Hotshot,
One
you're
true
going
God.
down. Hotshot, you're going down.
There's the trash talk. Go to IEM
It's a
San
blood
Jose.
feud, man.
Go to IEM San Jose. Enter our contest to join me, Lily Peach, and Hotshot for dinner. Please follow me on Twitter, SOTL Travis. I am so close to 100K. I really wanted to hit that before the end of the year.
Unfollow Twitter.
I don't
Follow
think
You
Travis.
put that on your resume. Like, let's say esports is over, you got to get a job elsewhere, and you have by this time 102K followers.
Dude, I think I
Would you
need
say-
it before the end
Would
of the
you
year.
put that on your resume? Like, just say on my resume I have 102,000 Twitter followers.
I think
Mitch, do you know who I am?
I think
I'm
I
the
need it
gaffer.
on my resume because I don't know if after the show and the apathy my co-host showed for the entire first half of it, if I'm gonna have a job because people are gonna be like, "This is the worst
Wait.
show host. He doesn't
No.
live up to
No,
Thoric guides."
it's gonna become a segment of the show. Like you're gonna be like, it's the apathy show. It's
Yeah.
gonna cut it like, let's talk about this. Like I don't give a shit.
It's obvious that Travis doesn't have the experience of Richard Lewis or Thorin.
Yeah.
The show
Why
sucks.
aren't you angrier? We're gonna get you angry with our
No.
apathy, and then we're gonna have a fucking Richard Lewis on here, and it's gonna become a good show.
No,
God
I
bless.
love those guys. Go watch First Blood. Watch Summoning Insight. They're good
Hank
shows.
just implied that it wasn't a good show, by the way. Just let that
But
sit.
I love this show. This is my
This is a great show. What's it
is
called
a
again?
good show. Well, this show's going on too long. Go watch those shows. Thanks to my co-host. Follow me on Twitter. Sign up for the IEM dinner thing, and also go to IEM San Jose. You can watch the rest of our coverage of all things esports, specifically League of Legends these days over at ongamers.com.